I am blazing through this game. I may be a dumbass, but you can't say I'm not really smart. Let's go for bottleneck. Alright, star and rocket is push. Empty, star and star, so I can get these guys ready. Star is star, skull and defeat. So I can make stars into defeat that way. The skull can become defeat if things don't work out really well. So what I'm thinking is that there's going to be some timing involved with all this. If I push the rocket up there, then flag becomes win, skull does become defeat, and we get some problems. So what I'm guessing is the case is that if I just push this rocket up there, I don't have enough time to get over here at all. So I can't say I mean, I could say star and empty is push, and that always leads to horrible, horrible shenanigans. I could say that empty is rockets, but I don't think I really want to do that. Yeah, I can't do like star is empty, because then I get some really, really bad problems. If I do empty is star, and then I do and star is defeat, then we have some serious issues there. So if I say, obviously I need to put this and somewhere, and if I say empty is rocket, then well, rockets are stop, so I don't want to do that either. Empty is rocket and push. Now, if I did this, I would be able to push the rockets, but since every square is covered in rocket, it doesn't work out very well. So, I'm guessing I do want to have empty is push set up somewhere, and I want to have these stars kind of set up around here too. So if I say something like empty and rocket is push, I can push along the empties that are over here, but I can't push down, I can't push up, and I can't push left. And I'm wondering why the hell that's the case. So, Baba is you, text is float. If I push text onto the conveyor belt, what happens? Okay, text is float, so it's obviously not going to do anything. What can I do then? It's almost like I want to be over here, and I need to have some way of having, like, pushed the rocket into the right spot. So, if I have done something like this now, where I got some stars, they're in position, and if I had some way of just pushing... Okay, let me think about this. It's sort of like, what I want to do is, I want to be able to push empty... I want to be able to push empties like this, which would push the rocket up. But I don't really see how I can do that super easily. Bird, can you explain this game? Kinda. I can... If you watch, you might be able to figure it out. There's stuff that I can push around, and then it changes the rules, I guess. Is about the best way I can describe it. So, right, if I have something set up... Gosh, I don't know. This is obviously not what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to set this up right now as a little thought experiment. If I just push, empty is push, all the way down here, I can then kind of push things to the left. But only, maybe that's only true if if the stars are in the way. Because the stars give me something to work with, I think. So if I come down over here, I push those stars down a little bit, and I put my empty as push back. What exactly is going to happen? I come over here, empty is now push. I can push things as long as the star is in the right spot. Alright. Works. So, if I position the stars in a way that lets me manipulate things when they become not empty, where I'm able to do something like push... If I'm able to just like stand on the stars and then push the empty over so that it okay, so I'm on the stars. If I can just like find a way of pushing the empty over, which then pushes the rocket over here, like if I do something like that, and then if I had things set up so that I could do like empty is push. And if I just had this all set up correctly, which I don't right now, but if I did, then we would be able to push stuff to the left. Weirdly enough, though, I can't push this upwards again. And I find that very odd. It might be the case that I want to do something like this instead. I don't know. Yeah, so I can't push that out of the way. It's sort of like... I want to be able to push... I just want to be able to push the text around somehow. But like... Okay, so empty as push is now there. How do I want to set this up? It's got to be... Okay, so I can push things to the left like that. Is it the case that anything that's to the left of the stars I can move through? Yeah, that looks like it might be alright. It might be that, like, the stars act like almost as like a shield, if you will, that prevents the empty space from, messing everything up too much. Also, yeah, if this is your first time seeing this game, these are hard levels to see for your first time seeing this. So I apologize for people that are tuning in this late into the Baba as you experience. We're on like World 5, and my brain was melting by like World 2, middle of World 2. So that's cool. Nope. You don't push all the way over there just yet, spaceship. So we got our stars. We're gonna go ahead and say that star is push, and I want to find a way to just get these stars right. It seems to me that, there just seems to be a way that I'm able to think this through, but it seems to me that if the stars act as some sort of weird shield, for lack of a better term. So if I just have like empty is push. God, that's so strange. It's literally like I can move to the left whenever I do an empty is push. I can't ever move to the right again, though. And I can step on the stars. So, I guess what I could do... Can I step back onto the star after I push all the way to the left? Oh, you straight up can't push to the left anymore past the star. That is very strange. Okay, let's say I've done star is push. If I do... Who the hell knows what I'm doing at this point? If I do empty is push now, I can't push to the left. Alright. This level is really messing with my brain. Alright, let's say I have 2 stars now. So we have empty... Okay, let's try something like this. So empty and star is push. It's gonna get something like that queued up. We're gonna push empty back to the left one. Alright. So now the stars can't be pushed. So if I do empty is push, I can now walk over to the stars. And I can't walk to like the right afterwards. It literally is like I can move to the left. And that's basically it. Is it supposed to be empty and rocket is push? Okay. Alright, so there we go. That gives me something to work with. So I can push the rocket along by pushing this empty. So that's definitely something that I need to do. Now the fact is I just need some way of chaining up the stars to make this all work. So let's go ahead and do stars push. And we want to have everything queued up probably back here. So now star is not going to be pushed anymore at all. We're going to say we're going to do rocket and empty. We're just going to get this stuff into position here. So I can push things along, but then I can't push it back. So we're getting really close to what I think the answer is supposed to be. And I'm wondering now if what I'm supposed to do is maybe have that. Yeah, that's correct. Maybe I'm just supposed to have a gap so I can push empty onto the other star. So push that way, then push empty off. And then I'm supposed to come down there and touch the skull. Alright, so I've pushed the rockets to the left, and I come over here, and then I can get onto the skull. And this is all dandy, except the rocket is too close to the conveyor belt. However... no. That all makes sense to do it that way. So the issue is that I need to be closer to the skull. I'm too far away when I'm up here. Everything else about this looks really, really good, though. So let's go ahead and do star is push now. We're gonna get the stars down here. We're gonna push star is push down, actually. And we're gonna get star out of the way. We're gonna put is push back. This is all pushed down too far though. So I've pushed star is push there. What am I looking for? Let's take push out. We're gonna take this out of the way so that star is no longer push. And we're gonna push the is back. We're gonna get empty into position over here. So now it's over the star. And we can say rocket. And empty is push. Now, the astute observer is going to notice that I screwed up because the rocket, all this stuff needed to be up in a different position, so I was able to push the rocket along. I was not an astute observer, so I missed that. Insofar as my strategy basically seemed to be push to the left, and then everything would work out fine. Yeah, so there's something almost right about this, where the words, maybe they just need to be in a different spot. So if I have that, oh, that's interesting. So this solution is even easier. And I think I can probably give myself a little bit more space now, depending on how I arrange the stars. So I'm gonna push the stars along, and we're gonna just position that shit right there. And now we can go ahead and take that out. And I think I can just go ahead and push everything over now to get a little bit closer to the skull. We don't want to have empty there yet. So we'll have rocket and empty is push. So I'm still too close to the left. And I don't need both stars there. So I think I can actually just keep pushing even one more to the left at this point. Push to the left, push empty. I'm very close. I wonder if what I want to be doing... Okay, so I pushed that out of the way. Something I can do that I haven't considered actually is pushing everything down one, or what do I want to do? If I'm here, then I can make the move in 1, 2, 3, 4. I can probably make that move quicker if I find a way to be on the other side of everything, which I can do. If I do something, let's not do that. If I have empty here, and I have everything queued up, shoot, that's really close. So if I push empty out of the way, that pushes everything there. And then, okay, we're close. This is basically it. So let's go ahead and get, alright. Yeah, the reason I kind of wanted everything to be over here was so I could push it from there. And then I would push that. It's like, damn. The skull, this is really, really close. There's something else I just thought of doing, which will work even better, which is having everything queued up this way, so that we have, let's just get that there. So now what I'm doing, I push that into place. I still would want to do a push to the left. Is there a way to, instead of having, so the rocket goes onto this thing and immediately goes up one, and I'm wondering what happens if I push the rocket? Yeah, like as soon as the rocket touches this conveyor belt, it goes up like an extra tile more than I expect. So everything is pushed into place there. It's almost like what I wish I could do is either be a tile down when I from here to be one tile closer to the skull, but yeah, I'm just like, I'm one tile off from all this crap. Or if there was a way for me to like push the rocket from like a different spot, could I pull the rocket back one? That I could, but the issue with pushing the rocket back one is that I won't be able to push the rocket onto the conveyor belts. Right? So if I come up over here, I push the rocket back one tile, and I just get it into position like that, and I say push the rocket up there, and there, and then have is and empty. When I push empty, it's only going to go one to the left, so that's not going to work super well. Yeah, so as soon as I do this, I have empty back into position. It's just like I'm just one tile too far away. Belt is shift, skull is defeat, flag is win. This is really interesting. Well, I guess this one is impossible, huh? Yeah, it is. This will never be done ever. No human being has ever solved this puzzle. Get your game together, game testers. You should have known better than to did that. All right. Let's see. If I did, if there was a way for me to position this, the designer forgot to add an extra belt. Yeah, now you get it. Now I understand it. Let's see. If I... Okay, so that's there. I really wish that there was a way for me to think of a way to, like, push... like almost like an L-shaped thing. Like I was one tile lower and I was able to push up against this rocket ship somehow. But I don't quite see it. That's the best I was able to come up with, and it's not good enough. And that's just the saddest thing of all. I mean, if there was a way for me to, like, have... there's a way to do this. I just need to potentially rearrange everything. So, if I had a way of pushing to the left here, and then maybe if I had the sentences in structured a little bit differently. So if I had, nope, we don't want to do that yet. If I had like rocket and empty is push, and I had push like in a different spot or something like that, you know, I don't know. Rocket and empty is push. But I had everything set up like a little bit differently. And so I pushed it and then had some way of pushing down from here. Then that could potentially have worked, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way that I'm thinking. I need to set this up. But then the stars need to be in a different spot than what I currently have them. But I mean, that's not a big deal. I could have something like that easily enough. So we would have push here. We'd have rocket and empty is push. If this other star weren't here, then this actually would work out pretty well. So let's come up over here. We're gonna do star is push. I'm gonna push that star out of the way for right now. And I kind of want to have push on that star. And then I think I want to have, actually, I want to have that star like right there. We're gonna just do star is, we're gonna push star out of the way. Gonna have rocket and empty is push. So push into place. We go over here, we push is down, and unfortunately that doesn't seem to work. And the reason for that is I think that this star needs to be down one more tile. So that gives me a spot to push the is onto in the end. But I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna cut this, you know. Let's see though. If I get the, let's get the text out of the way. So we have, we need to get push up there. Okay. So this allows us to push everything over. This allows me to push is down. I'm now able to get in there, beat the rocket, push and into place, and then grab the flag. Alrighty. That's not too bad, right? I had the right idea. I just had to muck around with it until it all made sense.